I envisioned, when I first came here, my mission, as you say, I hate that word, mission. People call us missionaries here, and I don't call myself a missionary. I'm an agriculturalist, I'm a church support worker. I'm not a missionary. My mission, as I saw it when I came here, was to work with the Manobo people in helping them learn appropriate agriculture, sustainable agriculture, so that they could grow enough food for themselves and their families to eat, and maybe a little bit to sell. It is very important to go back home and tell people, be it in a church setting, be it in a school setting, just to get together, one-on-one, whatever, just to tell them what some of the insights you've seen, what are some things that you have been puzzling over, that have caused you to think about your faith, think about your politics, think about your socioeconomic standing, be it country to country or just even person to person. And it's something that, especially being in a developing world country, you have to you encounter it every day. First of all, you encounter that you're rich, and I mean, we're voluntary service workers and we're getting a monthly allowance, but even that monthly allowance at times is more than what an average worker makes here in a month. And we can travel, and in many terms we're quite poor North American wise, but we're very rich over here, and you have to come to grips with that. Secondly, for most of us white Mennonites, we have to come to grips with being white and working with people of other colors and another race, and sometimes being white opens doors, and I have used that in the last 4 years of opening doors for the Manobo that I worked with, so that they can at least get a foot in a door and say, we would like some ancestral land claims, we would like some land of our own, we would like maybe a little bit of health care, different things, education, very basic things, and they cannot do that. They cannot be even listened to. They can't get that door open if I was not there. It would be very, very difficult for them. And so I have exploited my color here, and I don't mind doing it for that kind of reason. On the other hand, as I said earlier, our son is Vietnamese. He's tribal. He looks very, very Filipino. And on one occasion, just as an example, we walked into a 5-star hotel one day. I went in to get a International Herald Tribune because I wanted to see the hockey scores. And I walked in, no problem. I'm white. I wasn't searched. I wasn't stopped. I just let go. My son was right behind me. He was stopped and he was searched. He was asked, why are you coming into the hotel? Who are you going to see? Do you have a room here, etc., etc. Then I turned around and I said, Matthew, what's happening? And he says, I don't know. These guys are asking me questions. And the guards immediately turned to me and he says, oh, is he with you? And I said, yes, he's my son. So there's a very racial thing. And here in the Philippines, it's quite predominant. Because there are a lot of white people here, and in general white people have money, and it's a love-hate relationship in that sense. Another thing that you have to, I've forgotten the question.
It doesn't matter. You're doing fine.
Another thing you have to really it really expands your mind somewhat, really challenges you, is is a different kind of thinking that you come across. You've probably heard it said that the Eastern mind is quite different from the Western mind. Well, that's true, and it's all integrated with their customs too, and so forth. And while you're trying to get a handle on the customs and the culture, you're also trying to figure out how people think in this, and how can you adapt to that, and not cross too many taboos of their customs, and still work in the society. And sure, in the last 4.5 years, we've done some pretty stupid things. I'm sure that Filipinos have said, "Oh, are they crazy?" You know, and have really done some very negative things, cultural-wise. On the other hand, they're saying they are foreigners, and we'll give them a chance. And you look at their larger scope of what they're trying to do, and we've met some wonderful Filipinos who have set us straight. Said, you know, you really can't do this, but if you want to do this, you have to go through this way. You know, a very gentle and a very interesting way. And that's what scares me going back home, is that maybe I've picked up a lot of that Eastern mindset. And when I get people coming, Westerners coming through, I meet coming through, and they talk, for instance, talk very bluntly, straight from the shoulder. It just sets me back, and oh my, how can you talk to people this way? You know, it's just one example. But back home, it's quite acceptable. Here, relationships are very, very important. But you come here more than just to go home again. You come here to learn about a people, about a culture, about their problems and frustrations, as well as their joys and good times. And if you don't enjoy those good times and those joys of those people, they won't share their bad times and frustrations with you neither. Yes, I probably would do it over again, because I think back then I thought I had something to give of worth to the people here, and even after 4.5 years here, I think I even have more to give, because I've learned so much in working here with the people. When you ask we gave up a lot to come here, it depends how you look at it. You know, yeah, we sold our equipment for our farm. We put up our farm for rent. We gave up a lot of that stuff. Our community, our family, friends, and monetarily, it may have been a bad choice monetarily, but on the other hand, it may not have. But we're so much richer for what we've done now, and our kids are too. Although they've been going to Faith Academy, they still are so much richer for what has happened to them here. And I would do it again.